Hello, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. Court is back in session with your guy, Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge. Make sure you do me a huge favor and support the channel by hitting the subscribe button. If you're watching on TikTok, click follow for great sports content. Goodness gracious, it finally happened. It has happened. I think a lot of us were under the impression the longer this went on that Shedeur Sanders would go undrafted. I literally started to think this wouldn't be a reality. And here we are. The wait is finally over. And Shedeur Sanders is going to Cleveland. 5th round pick, 144th overall. Dillon Gabriel, Shedeur, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, all in the same quarterback room. The amount of quarterbacks in that room, it's going to be just chaotic. I remember being in school and the teacher calling out a specific number, and if you were that number, you would join a group with randomly assigned students for a project. That's what this feels like in a way. Shedeur will be sharing a room with those quarterbacks, and we'll see how it all plays out. Every year, the draft, and it's not always the first round, but you get guys getting picked out of nowhere, and it's not really typical that a lot of quarterbacks come off the board in the second round. You start to get these names that come out of nowhere, and people start reaching, getting a little desperate for a quarterback. To be fair, there have been a handful of quarterbacks drafted in the second round. Jalen Hurts, I believe, went second round. Will Levis, not really that good. To me, he's not, but he goes early second round. And believe it or not, round 2 has produced elite quarterbacks throughout NFL history. Interesting stat I've seen today. Just 25 quarterbacks taken in the second round over the last 26 years, less than one a year, and less than a third of the number go in the first round. I'm shocked by this. What we've heard since the end of last season, Shedeur Sanders suggested by many to go 1 overall. This year, you had people saying Shedeur could be a top 5, top 10 pick. And we heard that for most of the season. You look at the ridiculous numbers he put up with an offensive line that was terrible. With all of that said, right there, to me, he was a first rounder. I was not expecting this. I'm fascinated by the amount of people who would say he wasn't a first rounder. I know there's a lot of attention on Shedeur. I don't think people really care how good he's capable of being at the pro level. To them, his character and lifestyle is so huge, it really overshadows his talent. If you are secured about who you are, you will be misunderstood. It rubs people the wrong way when you got confidence in yourself, so they call you cocky or arrogant because you stand out basically for being yourself. And in the wrong eyes, confidence gets viewed as cockiness or arrogance. Shedeur getting passed up by teams was a clear example of how confidence is portrayed as arrogance. It scares the hell out of a lot of people. It makes certain people uncomfortable. And I talked a little bit about this in the last video. Nothing wrong with his personality. I think what it is with him is that he's unapologetic and authentic, and they try to attack his character. And now, here's what I think. Every single team that picked a quarterback in front of him, he's going to make sure that they regret not picking him. For me, he's a fierce competitor on the field, a true teammate, and has a larger-than-life personality. I just don't understand how these people are coming up with these kind of narratives, twisting things so far from the truth. Where are they even getting it from? Where they're getting this information from? I don't know. Oh, he's not a good teammate. He's not a leader. He's entitled. He's so egotistical and cocky. Being the son of Dion doesn't make him doesn't make him a good quarterback. All this stuff. He's arrogant. He's an entitled jerk and a bad teammate. I don't know. Maybe he's just not the kind of guy NFL owners and executives want on their team because he maybe rubbed people the wrong way. Maybe this is why he dropped down. Why didn't he go in the first round? I'm not exactly sure why, but it could be the interview process. I know he's talented. I know the guy's got potential. I know what he's capable of. I do think he's going to be a hell of a player at the next level. And I'm sure by sitting and waiting around for his name to be called, that it humbled him. Again, I think we are wrong about him. I must tell you, he's going to be one hell of a player at the next level. Out of every quarterback prospect, I feel like he's most likely to be great. His ball skills are going to stand out in the NFL for him. He can be a true playmaker. A lot of other names obviously overshadowed him, but to me, he has the potential. I hope the Browns do right by him and give him a chance to showcase himself. There's no doubt in my mind he does well. Accurate passer. I like his pocket presence. I view him as a highly accurate pocket passer. I was always impressed watching, him throw on the move, rolling either left or right. He throws a great deep ball, makes accurate throws, combined with good timing and ball placement. I don't really know how he rubs people or how he comes across. Every story has two sides. I usually say three sides. Your side, their side, and the truth. I may be in the minority, but I think Shedeur is about to prove a lot of people wrong. I'm not buying their narrative they're trying to spin. A young quarterback comes into this league and he's like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be legendary. That could be interpreted two ways. I like his competitive fire, his confidence. I want him part of my team. Or, who the F do you think you are? It depends on the perspective one adopts, really. It's about how you choose to look at things. Depends on how you take it. I'm just shocked he didn't go in the first round. He is the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year. He led the nation in completion percentage, 74%, and is the all-time leader in that category. He threw 37 touchdowns. This was in a major conference, by the way. He performed on the field, but he's not a first rounder. Wow. Come on now. Oh, well, he's only good because Deion Sanders is his coach. He doesn't really have the arm strength. All of a sudden, he doesn't have the arm strength. He played with Travis Hunter, who, in some people's eyes, made Shedeur a decent quarterback. I think that's very insulting, by the way. We've never seen a player ranked as a first or second round grade who fell this much. Congratulations to Shedeur and the Sanders family. We don't see enough focus on the ability. Seems like he's being judged not for his football ability, but the content of his character. It's a damn shame. And I talked about this in my last video about Shedeur. There has been a lot of players who went in the first round with character issues. Their behavior and personality raised some red flags. And they still got drafted. I don't think he has a character problem. I think some people just don't like his personality and dislike his dad. I'm glad he got picked up by a team. I'm tired of the Shedeur Sanders slander. Man, come on now. Come on. This was dirty. It felt dirty. It felt horrible. And I felt horrible for him. But he finally got drafted. You know, man, I feel sorry for the 31 teams that didn't pick him, because now he's about to take it out on the rest of the NFL. This next chapter. Just watch. This brother's coming. And I mean just what I say. All right, everybody. I just had to come back and talk a little bit about that after we heard the news today that he finally got drafted, that he landed on a team. And again, he is going to the Cleveland Browns. He got picked in the 5th round on Saturday. So now we know Shedeur is finally on a team. And again, I wish him all the best moving forward. I hope he has a damn good career. And I hope he shows everybody, especially the teams that passed on him. Look out for Shedeur Sanders. All right, everybody, I'm out of here. If you guys like the content, if you guys like my sports commentary, please do me a huge favor. Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button for your boy. And make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you guys like it, share it, and follow me. And keep in touch. And I will have more great stuff coming up for you guys. I want to talk about that Nuggets-Clippers thriller. Man, what a game that was. Earlier, Aaron Gordon with the putback or the dunk late in that game, just before the buzzer, man. That was some great basketball right there. Epic theater. We'll get into that probably sometime tonight. But guys, take care. We'll talk again soon. See you guys later. I am out.